Hey, what's up, everybody? Um, this video right here is part two of my favorite apps, programs, and websites that I use on a regular basis. This video will be covering my favorite Android and iOS apps, whereas the last video I covered basically covered websites and programs for Windows, and some of those programs were for Mac as well. So once again, if you like this content, give me a like, share, subscribe. I definitely need that. Looks like my subscriber numbers are starting to plateau off. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get started with the first app. Okay. For those who aren't familiar here, I'm screencasting my phone to my computer screen, similar to what I did with the hacking video from a couple weeks ago. And I'll actually be covering this particular application in my list of apps today. All right, so let's go ahead and blow this up. So the first app I want to talk about is called Spoof Car, and basically it basically does what the name says. It allows you to spoof phone numbers. This is not this They give you like a free trial, like a few credits to use at first, but basically from there you would have to purchase credits, which we'll go over here, and like you can get 25 credits for $4.99 and whatnot. This is an interesting app to have. So you can spoof phone call numbers. You can also spoof text messages as well. And now, as far as, again, it is basically a paid app where you have to buy credits. However, I am going to discuss an app that can help you pay for those credits. So it's a great app to have, if you want to, mess around with somebody. Although I would say don't use this for illegal purposes. You know, I guess pranking's okay, but just try to keep it legal. Okay, all right. It formats better when I put it on landscape mode. So we'll try to rock it like this if I can. All right. So the next app I wanna discuss is called Velo, and basically this is a walkie-talkie app, like the old school Nextel chirping. I I love this app because I communicate with people in my family through this app. I can just chirp them right quick. I don't have to resort to text messaging. I don't have to dial numbers. I just hit the contacts, boom, send them a message, and then I'll get a message back or whatnot. Now, in order for this app to work, both parties have to have the app installed, but it's free. Doesn't cost you anything. I haven't seen anything about an upgrade option on this. So this is a great app to have if you're just trying to, just message somebody right quick without the text messaging and whatnot. And I understand that some phones, most phones have speech to text, but how many times have you had to sit there and correct what the message said and whatnot? The Google Assistant is not that good, even though I think it is my favorite AI software as far as on phones, but still not that good. So I have a preference for this. You can find this in the Google Play Store, and you can find it in the iOS App Store as well. The first app that I discussed, which was the spoof card, that's only available in the Android store. It's not available on iOS. Okay, so my screencasting software won't project this next app because of the sensitive information in it, but uh, this is a good app to have for security. Google Authenticator. So what it does is, I know most of you have heard of two-factor authentication. One form of two-factor is having a code either message to you on your phone or sent to you via email. The other method is to use an authenticator app, whereas once you try to log into a particular website, you'll have to go in here. You'll have to go open a Google Authenticator, and basically you'll have to enter in that 6-digit number. and you have to do it quickly because there's a timer on it, and I think it expires like after like 30 seconds or something like that. But yeah, so this is for security of your apps and making sure, because even if a person has your password with this, they still won't be able to access your account because they'll need that Google authenticator number to get access to your account, even if somebody had your password. So I consider this a must-have app in today's. I mean, because everybody's getting hacked. Everybody's getting hacked. So this is a preventative measure. This is a must-have. Google Authenticator. It's in the Google Play Store, and it's also in the Apple App Store as well. All right, so my next favorite app is called Cam Scanner, and what this does is basically it's a scanner. You know, like the same type of scanner that you have on your printer and whatnot. So basically, it works just like that. Like if you have a physical paper document that you need to email to someone, but you don't have a scanner around, you can use this app. You can take a picture of the document front and back, and then it will basically modify and crop it and turn it into a PDF type format, in which you can then send email to, you know, whatever, to whoever or whatnot. But this is a handy app to have too, you know, especially in my situation where sometimes I can't even get my scanner to work. So then it has lots of options. This is also free. You can find this in the Google Play Store and the iOS App Store as well. Like I said, there's tons of options you can do as far as those scan documents too. You know, so just play around with it and have fun with it. But it's definitely a handy app to have. Okay, so when I was talking about the Spoof Card app where you had to buy credits, this is related to it. This is the Google Opinions Reward app, and maybe you've heard of it before, maybe you haven't, but basically Google pays you to do very short surveys. I mean, they're like 4 or 5 questions, and you get anywhere from like 20 cents all the way up to like, I believe, like 75 cents. I've seen that at the most, but they're easy surveys. I mean, you can do them within like 30 seconds and you're done. So and they come frequently. I would say the more you travel around, the more frequently you'll get these opinion reward questions. And so I use this to basically pay for any in-app purchases I have to buy, or sometimes I use it for subscription-based things. And don't get me wrong, I know it says my balance is only $209, but let me show you this thing. This thing pays off. This thing pays off. You know, like I said, it only takes you 20 or 30 seconds to do a survey. You just boop and you're done with it. So this is a great app to have, you know, just to pay for a little in-app purchases or whatnot. Google Play, you can find Google Play Opinion Rewards, Google Opinion Rewards in the Google Play Store. It's also in the iOS App Store. However, it's different there. There you won't build a Google Play balance. On the iPhone or iPad, you actually have to connect like a PayPal account to it, and then you can just cash out the money to a PayPal account. Okay, so next app, actually there's 2 I want to talk about in this category. The first one is called Easy Tether Pro. Now this is a paid application. I believe it's $9.99, but in my opinion, it's well worth it. What Easy Tether Pro does is basically, this is for situations where you're somewhere for a long period of time and they have no Wi-Fi. For example, whenever I go to my in-laws place down in rural Missouri, they don't have any Wi-Fi. So the thing is yes, I understand that, you know, your phone provider may give you a certain amount of hotspot minutes, but keep in mind your hotspot data and your internet data for your mobile data are two different things. So you could, so they only give you like a certain amount of hotspot, and I think with my provider, I think it's like 2 gigabytes, maybe 3 gigabytes, and that's really not a lot, especially if you want to stream videos, if you want to watch Netflix or whatnot. So this is where Easy Tether comes in. Basically, Easy Tether turns your phone into a modem. So basically, you hook it up via the most reliable way is through USB. You go through the setup wizard, and from there it will provide basically turn your phone into a modem, and then it will provide internet to your computer. All right, so from there, sorry, I forgot the computer part. But from there, you could do this. All right, let me press escape out of here. All right, so on Windows 10 and Windows 11, there's a mobile hotspot option, and basically where you can turn the computer into a hotspot. So if you have Easy Tether hooked up as your phone is a modem, giving internet access to the computer, you can then broadcast that internet access to everything else. So that's how at my in-laws' house, I would bring my streaming devices down there despite the fact they didn't have no internet, and this is one way I would do it: Easy Tether, and then have my computer basically broadcast that signal wirelessly, so the streaming devices would pick it up. And another alternative to that is, let's see here. Oops. It's called Foxfi. Foxfi kind of works for the same situation, except this is wireless, and this app, or at least it used to, because I haven't used this app in maybe like 3 or 4 years, and this is another paid app, by the way. I think it's like $5. To me, it's worth it. But basically, Foxfi used to, either it does or it used to allow you to do a hotspot, but not use your hotspot data. Instead, use your mobile data instead. So yeah, this was Foxfi Easy Tether. Is definitely apps you will want if you're ever getting a situation where you're somewhere without Wi-Fi. So both of these are only available in the Google Play Store. There's no iOS feed app for these, unfortunately. Okay, so next app is the Let's View app, and this is the app I'm using to screencast my phone. What I like, I know there are other screencasting apps out there, but I think this one is the best. Number one, is very reliable. Number two, it's free. The other screencasting apps, they seem to have like free trials, or you gotta upgrade and whatnot, or they only give you like a time limit. This one's absolutely free. There's no time limit on it, so I have a preference for this. Let's View, and this is in the Google Play Store, and it's also in the iOS App Store as well. Another derivative of this is if you have a Samsung phone, there's an app in which I used in one of my previous videos for the hacking video. It's called Samsung Flow. It's pretty much the same thing, except with that app it's actually a touch screen. So you can actually if you have a touchscreen computer, you can actually interact, or you can use the mouse and stuff, or you can use your mouse to actually click on the interface instead of having to use the phone. So Samsung Flow is in Google Play Store as well. I don't think there's an iOS derivative of that, considering it's Samsung. But yeah, so this is Let's View, in my opinion, is the best screencasting app. Okay, so this next app I probably can't show because it'll probably get the video will probably get flagged by YouTube. Um, this next app is for streaming devices. Amazon Fire Sticks, Amazon Fire TV, um, and the Chrome and the Android boxes or the Chrome sticks. Um, basically, if you're like me and most people, you probably have an blocker on your computer. So when you watch YouTube videos on your computer, it blocks the ads. It skips through the ads. However, I watch most of my YouTube videos on my streaming device. So, and the thing is that I have no problem supporting content creators, especially since I am one. From my understanding, an ad blocker doesn't affect a content creator based on what I've heard from other YouTube creators and whatnot. But I could be wrong about that. But I've gotten the assumption that it doesn't. But anyway, there I would tell you there is an app for streaming devices that basically blocks. It's an ad blocker for YouTube. It's actually a standalone app. I can't show it to you. I'll just pull this up right here and you can find it for yourself. I will go to the actual legitimate link, which will probably be GitHub. But yeah, that app is amazing because not only does it block the pre-roll videos that come on before the actual YouTube videos, it also blocks and skips the end video promotions, where some YouTubers will be like, this video is brought to you by such and such, and they talk about it for like 30 seconds to a minute. Also skips that as well. It's a wonderful app. Yeah, like I said, go ahead and find it for yourself, try it for yourself. That's a must-have app for me. And the thing is, I remember the other night I was sitting in bed because I basically only watch YouTube. Because all the educational stuff, the variety of stuff I can watch on YouTube. But basically, I was watching. I forgot what I was watching, and I was using the YouTube app, and I swear they were running ads every 60 to 90 seconds. And I'm just like, what the hell? I just found it unbelievable, and I tolerate ads, but they were running them every 60 to 90 seconds. I'm like, this is ridiculous, so I flipped over to the other app that I have. But yeah, that's if you got a Fire Stick. And what I mean for the uninitiated, I know you probably heard of Amazon Fire Sticks, and those are okay. I think the 4K Fire Stick is an okay device, but to me, these two devices, if you're gonna do a streaming device, I would say the Xiaomi Mi Box S. This is a pretty powerful, moderately priced Android box. It typically retails about $70, and it's 4K. I've had one of these. I absolutely loved it. It lasted for years before it just like maybe 6 years before it just finally. Matter of fact, it still works. I just gave it to my daughter. My mistake. But yeah, so the Xiaomi Mi Box S, and also this is what I currently use, the Chromecast with Google TV, which is about $50, and this is designed just like the Fire Stick. It plugs right into the back of your TV in the HDMI port. I love this device because here's the thing. I don't even talk about Roku because Roku is garbage. When it comes to, I prefer the actual, because you're basically, when you're using these devices, whether it's Fire Sticks or Android boxes, you're running Android apps. They're just formatted for Android TV. And so the Amazon devices basically it's just a watered down Android TV operating system. And so the apps, to me, the apps really don't work that well on it. So the native device, the Android made by Google, or something that's designed to run Android TV apps like the Xiaomi Mi Box S, these run apps better in my opinion than any Fire Stick does. So yeah, just a couple. If you're into the streaming like I am, these are probably the two best for your money devices to get. Either the Xiaomi Mi Box S or the less expensive Chromecast with Google TV. Okay, so the next app is for all you code writers, developers, and inspiring hackers. This is called the Termux app, and basically it's a command line environment for your phone, and it runs a ton of Linux commands. Actually, this is the app that I use to run Linux commands when I need to on the spot or whatnot. Termux is free in the Google Play Store. The iOS App Store doesn't have Termux, but they have their own derivatives that will run Linux commands as well. Okay, so in my last video about computer applications and websites, I had talked about the TeamViewer, which was the remote desktop support app. Well, this is the phone derivative of it. It's called TeamViewer Quick Support, and so this allows somebody with the computer running TeamViewer to get remote access to your phone. This is good for those type of situations. Like, for instance, my mother, who lives 500 miles away from me, my mother does not know how to use smartphones, and she gets confused a lot, and then she does all kinds of crazy stuff to her phone. And so to help her out, I will remote connect. I'll use my computer with TeamViewer and remote connect to her phone and clean it out and take out any spywares or whatever she may have downloaded and whatnot. So yeah, this is the phone derivative of that same type of application. TeamViewer Quick Support is available in the Google Play Store, and I believe, but don't quote me on this, I believe there's an iOS version in the App Store as well. Okay, so this next app, this is called News On, and this, if I'm not mistaken, this is a one of a kind app, because I've never seen another app like it. Sure, you have news apps and whatnot, and you even have news apps that stream video. I know, like, every local news station has their own app where you can watch, newscasts. As I don't have cable, I haven't had cable in over a decade. Cable is a waste of money to me because I don't watch a lot of TV, and if I do, I have my methods of being able to watch whatever I want to watch, and I'll just leave it at that. However, because I don't have cable, and also I don't have I do have the rabbit ear antennas or whatnot, but the digital signal just sucks, and it's not even worth dealing with it. So this app right here is designed for us cord cutters who miss out on the local news. And so what I like about this app is that it has all kinds of news stations around the country. You can pick it by state, and in every area is going to have at least one or maybe 4 different television stations where you can watch the news. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't play a newscast. I don't want to get also, you can cast it too. You can cast it to your various devices. So, like, we'll go over here to favorites. So it has, and like, if I can go back and watch the 10 o'clock news, I can go back and watch the 6 p.m. news, or later on in the morning or whatnot. I can watch the 6 a.m. or 5 a.m. news live. So I haven't seen another app that's that that's designed like this. So this is one of the kind, in my opinion, and this is a must have. You can find news on in the Google Play Store. It's in the iOS App Store as well, and it's available on some streaming devices. Except, I will tell you, Android, for some reason, Android TV doesn't have the news. For some, they used to have it, but they don't have it anymore. So what I do is I basically just cast it to my streaming device, pretty much that way from my phone. But the Amazon Fire Stick definitely has this app, just not the Google Android streaming devices. Okay, so the last app I want to talk about, technically this is a computer app. This is an app you have to run on a computer, but it kind of pertains to this situation. And it's called Knox. It's called the Knox Android Emulator. And basically it emulates an Android or phone or tablet right on your computer. So like I said, all these applications work. There's a derivative of this called BlueStacks. I think that one's more popular. However, Knox, in my opinion, Knox works way better and has a much cleaner interface than BlueStacks. So yeah, you install this on your computer, and basically you have Android on your computer. Now I know Windows 11 computers have it where you can run Android apps natively, but if you're not a techie person, that's going to be a very complicated process to try to even get started and try to set up to do that. So this is much easier, and it has a better interface and more options as well. So all you have to do is go to the Knox Player site and just download the program and install it from there, and then you can run multiple emulators as well. Now you want to take in consideration, whenever you're doing emulation or virtual machines, you have to take in consideration on how powerful your computer is. Like if you only have like a 4, 6, or 8 gigabytes of RAM on your computer, and maybe it's older and doesn't have a good processor or whatnot, then these emulators like this and virtual machines, they're gonna struggle to run, because you kind of need like a beefed up computer to try to kind of run this stuff. But however, with this computer I'm working on, it came native with 8 gigabytes of RAM, and I was running Knox Player just fine on it. But I could only run one at a time. But what's the point? What's the purpose of running more than one at a time anyway? Unless you're unless you're a techie and you want to do some experimenting or whatnot. But it has tons of options. From what I understand, this is actually designed for game players, but I don't like mobile games, and so playing mobile games on the computer is not going to change my opinion about them at all. So, but I just like it for its capability. Basically anything that you can run on your phone, with the exception of a phone app, you can run on this Android emulator as well. So once again, this is free, doesn't cost anything. It's available online, and so that's going to do it. I went through all the top apps that I wanted to discuss, apps that I use on a consistent basis, apps that are personal favorites of mine. So once again, I hope y'all learn something informational, or I'm saying, something you can use out of this video. And if you like this video, hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button. I gotta try to get to 1,000 subscribers so I can get monetized. If I get monetized, we're really gonna take off from there. Because that means I'll be able to afford to produce better quality stuff, and bring other content. So yeah, that is my goal, to to get monetized basically. And I have no problem getting into other subjects to do that. I've only been around for like 2.5-3 weeks, so I'm just getting started, and I'm kind of sticking to subjects that I know about. But anyway, I'm going to cut this video short from here. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Like I said, like, share, subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next video. And I think I'm on hiatus now. I've been working on this video for the last few days, but I don't know. I just got to brainstorm. Anyway, peace out.